My life journey started in 1969 at the Midland Hospital. As a child, I remember riding in the car and seeing the huge smokestacks from the Dow chemical plant and thinking how ugly they were. My parents worked at the plant, and near the riverbank I would go looking for arrowheads. And I was always drawn to them, and in my heart I knew I had a deep connection to this place. Were the arrowheads of my ancestors? My earliest memory was waking up from a dream when I was a toddler in my crib. I saw the heavens and all the stars with two big hoops, one blue and one red, and I was walking through between the hoops. It was me as an adult trying to understand balance. That dream has always stayed with me. My father was a drinker and abusive. My mother seemed to be more concerned with what other people thought than anything else. I never felt like I fit in with normal society. It seemed like that others were more interested in the material world. Having possessions is good, but accumulating them to look important may lead to a split between man and nature. There is no separation. My grandfather grew up in northern Michigan and was a pastor in Bay Mills and returned after several years as a pastor in Oklahoma with Indians. My grandparents took care of me when my parents went to work. He was proud of what native heritage he had, and I was fascinated by the stories he told me, and I loved him very much. I was 13 when my parents divorced. I started drinking and using drugs. Anything for a thrill. I was either excited or really depressed. The only time I felt at peace was in the woods or studying native history. I continued to use until I was about 25, and I gradually tapered off. I was married and started having kids. That changes things. I had 2 boys, and I was responsible for a family, and that is what pulled me out of the craziness. At the same time, I was uncomfortable living the Western ideal life, including my work in construction. Something was still missing. I had a good life, but I didn't feel on track with Creator's path for me. I made a decision to follow what the Creator has in store for me. I was invited to a sweat lodge ceremony, and then things started changing. A sequence of events that led me to believe that all the knowledge I had accumulated about the history of the Great Lakes and the original people could be used to teach young people. Just maybe I had something that could help our Mother Earth. I am learning about who I am. The ancestors are talking to me as spirit. Love is the greatest power of all, as I realize we are all alike. We are all connected to the earth and to all things. What we do to one another and what we do to the earth, we do to ourselves. The choice is yours. To be continued.